guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel Read with Kim. And I read the number one best book of the century of the New York Times. And I am talking about My Brilliant Friend from Elena Ferranti. And I have an unpopular opinion, so let's talk about it. First, I'm gonna tell you what is this book about, and then I'm gonna say my opinion. And yeah, so let's talk. We are following two friends, Lila and Elena. And this book opens when there is a guy called Reno calls Elena to let her know that his mother, Lila, is completely gone. All her belongings are gone. She is disappeared. So Elena is kind of like upset, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna write the story of my friendship with Lena because she is not gonna win. Like weird. It was a very weird moment. So she started writing her story when they met at the school when they were really young, like about 10 years old. Now this novel was written in Italy and is in 1500. And they met in this school, and Lila knows how to write. So she goes to this school, and then she, as in this classroom, the teacher calls her name, and she writes. So the teachers were like, oh my god, very impressed about that. And they asked her, who taught you how to write? And Lila was like, me, because like Lila was taking the books and study by herself. So Elena got a lot of admiration for Lila, but is that kind of like toxic jealousy admiration? You know what I mean? Like this friend who is really jealous of you, but at the same time she feels that she loves you. So Elena really wants to be her friend. You feel like she's not, but she is. So it is back and forth between them. And Lila has this brother. Her name is Reno, and Reno is very protective to Lila, like really kind at the beginning to her, and everything looks like fine. Now it's a bunch of like kids, and it's like a secret, and it's a murder there involved, and it's the adults' life as well. Now this book is telling from the Elena point of view. So when I was reading the book, I was like, okay, I have to understand that because some things that didn't make sense to me. I was like, wait, what am I? Wait, what? So then I have to, okay, this book is like written by a girl who at that moment was 10 years old. So the thing that she was saying, it was from a mind of a 10 years old girl and how she was seeing the things, when the adults were arguing and the murder was committed. It was no real explanation because it's how this girl looked the things. And it's also when they finish the middle grade, they want to go to kind of like a high school or elementary school. And no, actually no, when they finish elementary school, they're gonna go to kind of like college thing. But Lena has this shoes store. Well, I cannot say like her father. It was like fixing shoes. So she and her brother Reno were in behind the father's back, trying to create a shoe. Like they were having this dream of, you know what? We can also create a shoe. Like we can make the shoes and sell it and make a lot of money. Like she always had this mentality of I want to make a lot of money. But the dad is really like, no, you guys are not gonna do any of those. And the father is really like angry and a lot of like possessive. So it's a lot of fear there. And Reno, the brother from Lila, it became also kind of like very aggressive and really mean. So it's all the situation that happened in this town and how this friendship started like growing, kind of toxic in my opinion. And then Elena was sent away for some reason, and I'm not gonna like spoil her, but it took me a while to understand this book. It really did, like, to understand and also to hook me. I was just reading and reading, but it is like, okay, I didn't really care too much what's happening here. It didn't hook me. It didn't like trap me. The story. I don't know. It's a translation situation. I also watched the series. There is a series in HBO, and it happens the same. I mean, the series is in Italian with English subtitles, but it was just weird. It was very weird. I don't know. It was not for me. If it's a thriller, I wanna like I like to know that it's a thriller and get me hooked. And it's a love story. I also like would love to know the love story and everything. But I don't know, for the cover, when I guess maybe because I had expectation about the story or the book, or I had an idea. Because when I pick up the book, I saw the cover and I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. And I thought it was a really cute friendship, kind of like little woman sisterhood. And then I was like, no, it's not like that. And there was like a violence, and there were like social situation there about communism and things. But I was not very clear exactly what was happening in the moment in Italy at that time. So I don't know if I need to make some research, honestly, to understand more. I don't know. It was not just for me. I was like, okay, this book is okay, but to be the best book of the century, for me was like, I don't know. I've been reading better books. Um, I don't know. I'm a normal reader, so I don't know if you have to have a specific uh, intelligence to read this book, but it took me a while. It took me a while. I'm not gonna read the second part of the series. I'm not interested at all. I mean, it's not really bad. It's just a story. It was like all over the place for me, and it was a bunch of kids having this and that, and the adults were involved. But at the same time, it was not really for me like a real story besides this weird friendship that they have. And at the very end of the book, it was kind of a hook about a shoe that I'm not going to spoil, because uh, it looks like Lila didn't want to get married. Obviously, nobody wants to get married at the age of 16, and something happened about the shoes that hook you. Well, it's supposed to hook you about the second book, right? But it didn't hook me. I was just like, okay, so what? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain really good this book. I didn't like yeah, I didn't like the characters. It was really toxic, their friendship, but at the same time not. So I couldn't figure out if Elena had admiration or jealousy from Lila. I don't know if Lila was a good person or bad person. Um, yeah, I don't know. If you guys read it, please let me know in your comments. Like, I'm really open to have a better understanding about the story. For me, it was boring, to be honest. Yeah, no, I give this book 3 stars, 2.5. Yeah, no, no. I've been reading way better books, in my opinion, about good story. 'Cause, like, I know it might be like like historical fiction. I don't know if it's historical fiction, this book, because it doesn't talk a lot about the society in that moment. It's more about the friendship and the situation where they were living and all the other kids. But know what happened. I don't know. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 stars because maybe like 150 pages were good, and they were okay. What is gonna happen with this story? And I like about Reno and how he started changing and being very possessive, and the red flags, and how the sister was trying to protect him. And also I like the character of Lila. That is very like okay, good. It's just the story didn't trap me, to be honest. So yeah, sorry. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching my video. And I hope to see you next time. As I said, please let me know you read. I'm very curious to know you guys' opinion. I don't know. I feel weird. I feel weird after reading the best book of the century to the New York Times. I feel really weird. I don't know. I don't know what to feel. I feel so bad saying they didn't like it. Yeah, let me know.